Hi viewers, welcome back to our channel Make Math Easy. So in the last class already we started working on the word problems, right? We discussed mainly about income, expenditure, savings, and if a person partly travel by car, partly travel by train or some other, how we have to solve those problems, and we understood how to write that type of data. Because when you have multiple information in the data, it will be sometimes it will make us to lead to the some other wrong way. In the sense, we may interrupt the data in a wrong way, but to overcome that, I suggested you to draw in the form of a tabular column so that it will give you clarity on how to go about for the solving under, right? So in today's class, let us discuss some more word problems about completely profit and loss based word problems. Today we will discuss, because students won't concentrate much on the concept of profit and loss in their previous classes, like around 7 or 8, right? So let us just quickly recall that, and then we will go into the concept of problems. So we know that we are having for any article also two types of prices will be there: cost price and the selling price. So when the selling price is more compared to than the cost price, then only that particular person will get the profit. In the sense, if I bought one article at 100 rupees, and if I am able to sell that at around 150, I will be get a profit of 50 rupees. So if I bought at 100, but if I sold at 80 rupees, I will end up with a loss of 20 rupees. So generally, profit will be represented with a plus and loss will be represented with a minus. That is the basic statement, right? So by keeping these points in our mind, this is the basic information that you need with respect to profit and loss based questions. And by keeping this information in our mind, let us try to let us try to learn how to solve the word problems based on this profit and loss. Okay, so let us start now. See this question: on selling a tea set at 5% loss and a lemon set at 15% gain, a crockery seller gains 7 rupees. So here basically we are having two items. One is a tea set and another is lemon set. These are the two things. Now what they are saying initially, on selling a tea set at 5% loss, this he sold at 5% loss. That means if this is x rupees and this is y rupees, if I say, he sold this at minus 5x by 100 because loss, and this at a 15% gain, that means 15y by 100, together he is gaining 7 rupees. This is the basic information. Obviously plus will be there in between, right? This is first case. Now come to the second information what they had given to us. If he sells tea set at a 5% gain, this is also 5% gain they are saying. So that means 5% profit, and lemon set at a 10% gain. So this is at a 10% gain. So that means 10y by 100 is equal to, he is gaining 13 rupees, right? See the continuation. Find the actual price of the tea set. Actual price means x value you have to find out. Now see how simply you got the equations. Now the only thing that you have to do is further simplification here. So let us make an attempt to simplify this further. First equation, if I just multiply with, this is 20, this is 3 by 20. If I multiply with 20 throughout the equation, because this is nothing but minus x by 20 plus 3y by 20 is equal to 7 rupees. Even this also, if I further simplify, x by 20 plus y by 10 is equal to 13. So first equation I will multiply with 20 so that I won't get any fractions, which is equal to 140. This also I will multiply with 20, then I will get x plus 2y is equal to 26. Okay, simplify this further. 5y is equal to 5 times 3y by 20. This is 10% only, right? 5% and 5% gain and 10% gain, which is equal to, okay. So you are multiplying with 20, right? So 13 into 20 is 260. Okay, so this is 400. So you will be getting y value is equal to 80. So y you got 80, but they are asking for actual price of t set. So substitute that here, minus x plus 3 into 80, 240 is equal to 140. So x is equal to 100 rupees. So have you understood one thing here? When we try to represent the data with whatever in the form of a paragraph, only if you are able to represent in the form of a tabular column, our understanding is very clear and hence simplification also become very simple. So better always try to represent data, like you no need to represent exactly in the form of a tabular column. At least for your understanding purpose, initially try to represent the data in the form of some picture so that it will be helpful for you for easy understanding and even further simple easy simplification method and all. Okay, now let us see another question. The only thing is, first thing you should identify how many different items are there. Second thing you should understand for what they are mentioning. Understanding the question in clear way is important. Let us see the next question. 1 kg of tea and 4 kg of sugar together cost 220 rupees. 1 kg of tea and 4 kg of sugar. So here you are having two items again. One is tea and another is sugar. Okay. So let us say this is kg x rupees, kg y rupees. Now what is the first condition they are mentioning here? 1 kg of tea, 4 kg of sugar. This is 1 kg, this is 4 kg, together 220. So from this the possible equation will be x plus 4y is equal to 220. Correct? Come to the continuation. If price of sugar increases by 50%, price of tea increases by 10%, cost would be 266 rupees. Now understand this. If the price of the sugar increases by 50%, so this is already x rupees, price increases by 50%. So that means x already by 50% means 50x by 100. Is this correct? Initially x and then on the top of that 50%. So 50% of x will be 50 by x by 100. And price of tea increases by 10%. Oh, sorry. This is, I am talking about the sugar. So this is already y and then 50%, 50y by 100. Come to the tea. Price of tea increases by 10%. This is already x rupees. 10% means 10x by 100. The cost would become 266, they are saying. So from this, the possible equation will become, this is 11x by 10 plus this is 3y by 2 is equal to 266. Because 1 by 2, 50% means half it is increasing, right? Y plus 1 by 2, y plus y by 2 will become 3y by 2. So x plus 4y equal to 220, 11x by 10 plus 3y by 2 equal to 266. I will just multiply this equation with 10 so that I will be getting 11x, 15y, 2660. This is my second equation and this is my first equation. Okay. So now in this case I will prefer substitution method, elimination method, right? Substitution method only. Why I am preferring substitution method? Please try to understand that, because you see here x quotient is 1, here x quotient is 11. So if I want to make the elimination method, I have to multiply this equation with 11. 11 into 220 I have to do. Instead of that, from the first equation, if I get the value of x is equal to 220 minus 4y, I will substitute that. Anyway, you have to do the same thing only, but I will prefer substitution method here. So this is 11 times of 220 minus 4y plus 15y is equal to 2660. So 11 into 220 minus 44y plus 15y is equal to 2660. Okay. So this is minus 44 plus 15, that is nothing but 20 minus 29y. I will bring this term to this side and this term to other side. 11 into 220 minus 2660 is equal to 29y I am going to get. Okay. So simplify this further. Simple calculation only. I can take 10 as a common here from these two. So 10 into 22 into 11, that is nothing but 242 minus 266 is equal to 29y I am getting. 220 minus 4y, this is minus 44y plus 15y, so minus 29y. 222 into 11, 242. We are getting in terms of negatives. Now you see here, we left out one small thing here, that is the cost would be 266, means this will become 4 into it, because they bought 4 kgs of sugar. 4 kgs of sugar they bought, means this will be 4 times. So we forgot that 4 here. So this is 4, means it will become 6y. So this will become 60y. So this is 60y. This is 60y. So this is right side will become 16y. Right? So this is how much? This is we are having 16y. This is plus. Actually you will be getting minus 16y on the other side. So this is minus 16y. So 266 minus 242 means you will be getting 222. Correct? So 10 into 22 by 16 is equal to y. So cancel out here, you will be getting y value is equal to 110 divided by 8. This is the cost of sugar. Original cost per kg they are asking. Just let me cross check the answer. (220 minus 4y), and this is we are multiplying with 11 with 10. So this is correct only. 266. But they didn't get any fraction here. Just give me a minute please, I will cross check where we did the mistake and all. Let me do it one more time. So we will just quickly recall this question. We are having tea and sugar. Tea is actually x rupees and this is y rupees. So first equation, x plus 4y is 220 rupees they had given to us. And the continuation, they had mentioned that in this they increase for 10%, so that's why 11x by 100. In this sugar they increased 50%, so 4 into 3y by 2 is equal to 266. So 11x by 10 you will be getting here. So 11x by 10 plus 6y is equal to 266. So this equation I will multiply with 10 on both the sides. 11x 60y 2660. So from this I will substitute x. 11 into 220 minus 4y plus 60y is equal to 2660. So this is 11 into 220 minus 44y plus 60y is equal to 2660 we are getting. So this is this is 11 into 220 minus 2660 is equal to minus 16y I am getting. So this is here I can take 10 as a common. So 11 into 22 means 242 minus 266 is equal to minus 16y. So on further simplification, 10 into this is minus 24. Here is the mistake. We wrote here, I think some other 22 like that we wrote. So y is equal to minus 10 into 24 divided by minus 16. So 4 table you can cancel out, or even 8 table you can cancel out. This is 3 and this is 2, 5 here. So y value is nothing but 15. So y value 15 means x value will become 220 minus 60. So 220 minus 60 it will come 160 rupees. So sugar cost is 15 rupees and the tea cost is 160 rupees. Right? So here, because of this one small mistake that we didn't understand the question properly, because you see in the question they used the word the cost would be 266. The cost would be in the sense the original cost will become, that means whatever already they bought, on the top of that the cost is increasing. So that is how we have to understand. That's why I usually write the question on the board to avoid these type of confusions. Okay. So anyway, from the next time I will make sure that I will write on the board so that it will be easy for us for better understanding under. Okay. So in the next class we will see some more word problems from the same profit and loss concept, and if possible we will discuss one important and unique model in solving the pair of linear equations. Okay. Hope you enjoy this video. In the next class we will see some other questions based on this concept. Thank you.